Day one of the legislative session was yesterday, of course. It got off to a pretty rocky start as DFL members were a no-show at the Capitol.
Meanwhile, Republicans tried to move forward as if it was business as usual. Already an explosive start here for the session. Our Bill Keller live at the Capitol this morning with what happens now. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. In fact, House Democrats have already signaled their legislative boycott could last until February as they wait for the results of that special election. That's to be held on January 28th. Well, even then, the best case scenario is a tie with 67 members for each party. And since there can only be one speaker, the future of the House leadership will likely wind up in court. When House members tried to gavel in at noon, half the room was conspicuously absent as the entire DFL caucus made good on its promise not to show up unless Republicans agreed to share power. The absent lawmakers, an effort to deny House Republicans enough members to start the 2025 session.
There being 67 members present, there is no quorum as required by the Constitution of the state of Minnesota.
Mr. Secretary,
the House may not conduct any further business, and the House of Representatives
Mr. Secretary,
adjourned.
The House is not adjourned. You do not have authority over the House of Representatives.
Clearly two very different opinions on how to proceed. Well, Republicans ultimately gavelled in anyways, electing Lisa Damoth as House Speaker, sparking outrage from DFL leaders who called the whole thing a sham, saying they are willing to take this fight to the Minnesota Supreme Court.
I expect that they are the entity that will decide whether what House Republicans did today was constitutional or not.
I am the Speaker of the House, and we look forward to working with them over the next 2 years in a reasonable way.
Secretary of State Steve Simon says that what Republicans did was illegal. He now plans to file a petition to the state's highest court. Meanwhile, Governor Tim Walz weighing in on the House chaos, saying in a statement, quote, "As much as House Republicans may want to govern as a single party, the law is the law and the House is not in session." Well, earlier this week, GOP leaders said it would file recall petitions against any DFL legislators who fail to show up for work. In reality, it is a complicated legal process, one that has never been fully attempted successfully here in the state of Minnesota. Back to you.
Okay, and they get back to it here today. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Bill.
We'll be on it.